Hey guys, Zach here, 7-Figure Investor Pro, Trash to Cash. I'm out here at the newest Zacquisition. This thing needs some serious work. We're not talking about little cosmetics and makeup. We're talking about full surgery here. This thing is pretty nasty, so we're gonna open it on up, see what we got going on the inside. I'm gonna take you right in during the surgery process, tell you about all the numbers, which I'm gonna go through right now. This home, we'll call it Gardenia because it's on the street of Gardenia. Picked this home up for $175,000. The exit on this is a $250 in terms of a retail, and I think can rent this house for $1,600 to $1,700 per month. So the numbers are pretty solid right there. Like I said, it does need a lot of work. The exterior from landscaping definitely needs some curb appeal, taking out all this wood fencing, which is also dangerous, and you know, a kid can fall and trip or strangle themselves on this thing, so you got to be careful. Trimming up these trees, giving it some exposure. All the fascia on here is completely nasty. The garage was converted to a room, which I cannot stand. I like to bring things back to the regular, you know, usage, which conforms to what the neighborhood's doing. So turn that back into a garage. People want to park in terms of covered parking and have protection for their cars, and then walk in. You have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, which I also love. In terms of the exit here in this market, you have larger families. People right now with COVID and whatnot, they're consolidating. People want to have good bang for their buck. So maybe you have 2 families that come in here, share the resources to live together. So you can look at it 2 different ways. Again, on my exit, I'm going to put it up for sale, $250, or for rent, $1,600, $1,700. We'll see how it comes out at the end and kind of go from there. I want to put in no more than $30,000 to $35,000, maybe if I have to, $40,000, and I still have a good back end spread, so I can net my 10% after all costs on the back end, and we'll show you the numbers on the screen. Again, $175,000, $250,000. If you run the number $1,600, $1,700 a month times the 12, you bring it out, I'll still get, you know, an 8-9% yield with equity on the back end. So if I'm in this thing, let's say at $215,000, and it's worth $250,000, then I'll have $35,000 of back-end equity. So even though I don't hit that 10% threshold in terms of the rent, but if I season it for 1 year, I'm still gonna have back-end equity as long as the market is still stagnant. And even if it's not, I'm happy clipping what's called a coupon or a rental yield at 7-8%, knowing that I have a good return for the longevity of it. If I'm borrowing money at 5 or 6% and I can get a higher yield, then I'm also good in terms of a long-term hold. I'm setting myself up for success. I'm being proactive, and I'm not trying to swing for the fences or try and hit home runs. You know, I'm looking at good quality deals that I'm happy to own. I'm not worrying about volatility in the market. I can get a good stabilized tenant in place, service my debts, and still come out ahead. Okay, so you want to buy good quality assets. Neighborhood is solid. We got a mixed use. We have some newer construction directly to the west. We have some older nice homes throughout the neighborhood. It's a good stabilized location, and feel very good about this acquisition. So again, you want to buy quality. You want to buy stuff that you feel comfortable going to collect rents in, coming out to, and let me give you a tour on the inside. My guys are already starting the demo. Time is money. We're proactive. Container's already here. I know my house. You can see it from any neighborhood because I see that big blue container, and I know we're rocking and rolling. I know we're working hard. So let's come inside and I'll show you what's going on. Take a look at the siding, for example, on here. This is horrible. I mean, I'm probably gonna pull all this off, and I'm not sure if we have the original block construction behind here. We'll have to figure it out, but I can't stand all this cracked, disgusting siding. It really bothers me. Look at these shoddy windows. It looks like kind of a trailer park type window in here. Pretty nasty. I like the old school slump block in here with the mortar joints, which is falling out. I kind of like that look. So, you know, we'll give it the old 2-tone paint. We're gonna fix all this siding, fix the foundation stuff in here. All these windows are pretty nasty, so we'll get these cleaned up, and we'll show you the inside. So right away, when you're coming in here, you already have a massive wall that looks like they put up as an aftermath. I'm gonna take it all out. You have some old school flooring. Guys have already started the massive demo, which is great. All this is gonna come out. I'd probably like to open up all this as well. We have to take a look at the trusses. Depends on where they're running, so we'll figure that out. We got some old school tiling in here, and you can see the weird island, how it's positioned, you know, diagonally in here. So we got to take a look at that. The laundry room was in this back corner before, but if we open this up, I can kind of create a laundry room potentially over here, get it maybe framed in. If we blow out this wall, I can still run an L-shaped open kitchen concept in here. We got the 4 bedrooms over here behind us. We got a nasty we got a nasty wood fence. It's all dilapidated over here. Look at the scratching and just the date, like the sunlight, or somebody had dogs scratching on this door. Pretty crazy. Even this patio is nasty, no cover to the electrical box. This is what we call, this bad boy needs some surgery. We're not talking minor cosmetics here. Even look at the fencing here, pretty nasty. So landscaping, definitely gonna have an expense here. Fences, it looks like there's 3 fences between our house and the adjoining house. 3 fences, are you kidding me? Someone put their laundry room out here, which of course is not efficient. I wonder if this room, we could open this bad boy. Oh, this is, I know what this is. This is the old room that used to be the laundry room in here that serviced the kitchen. They blocked it up. So we'll take a look at that. We're also gonna design today with the guys and collaborate to figure out the best usage, getting this thing turned around quickly, efficiently, and of course, economically. We care about saving some money. Let me finish giving you the grand tour. As you saw in here, they converted this garage to another living space, which obviously we're gonna bring back to a garage. It's a big room, low ceiling, and the step down. But yeah, we're gonna turn this back into a regular garage. We don't need an AC unit in the garage, so we're gonna pull that. All this is coming out so we can put in a door and an opener, like I said, and bring this back to what it was. Of course, we're gonna eliminate a duct in here because you can have the carbon dioxide from the cars coming up into the house, so we wanna protect the potential tenants and whatnot. And again, bring this back to the original space. In fact, this is so deep that maybe, depending on where the plumbing is, we can put and elevate a laundry room over here. We'll also take a look at it in the kitchen and figure out what we got. But this is a big, big garage. It's pretty massive. Let's finish walking it, and then we'll talk to the boys about the game plan, and then we'll rock and roll. Pretty nastiness over in here. You gotta love the color in here. Take a look at this room. We'll call it a circus room in here. Pretty crazy. All these windows are nasty. Little decorations over here. Maybe it's Halloween or Christmas or Hanukkah. People are celebrating. But yeah, we'll get the closet back, the doors, all the framing in here is all old and nasty. You got different textures on the wall. So when you're doing the walkthroughs in these properties, you don't just look and do a quick look at the room. Slow it down. You can see again, you have this brush texture in here. You got an odd texture over here. You got different textures throughout the house. So you're obviously gonna have to spray and have a common, texture, something consistent throughout the home. There's nothing worse to having, a knockdown texture and a spray and 4 different types of textures. It's like having 5 different types of flooring. You walked in, there's flooring over here to the left, another flooring over there. This was wood flooring. Right here, I'm standing here, I see 4 or 5 different types of flooring. I like consistency. We're gonna bring this thing back to a consistent, good, clean home, okay? Same thing in here. I mean, there's probably 9 different colors in this house. It's hilarious. You got a different color in here. You got color on the trim, color here. Legitimately, this home has 9 different color things. I think Picasso used to live here and was brightening up these walls. So we gotta bring this thing back to a nice, warm, uniform color. Again, I'll be happy to either sell it or hold it, so I'm gonna make this thing quality from the get-go. I'm gonna spend money to make money, because if I do plan on holding it, we're gonna do a great job. And even when I sell it, I care about my branding. I wanna do a good job on the property so that agent passes the home inspection. They wanna bring more clients to us knowing that we're putting, a really good quality home on the market and there's 0 issues. There's always gonna be something that people miss. We're humans. Nothing's perfect, but we're gonna do, again, put the best that we can forward. If there's any issues, we always stand behind it and take care of it and go from there. So here's the other bathroom over here. Again, completely dilapidated, disgusting. One thing that I always do is I always pull these tubs, no matter, even if it looks newer, because we don't know about the plumbing. So we're already here doing construction. I'll spend an extra $100 and put in a brand new tub so I can test the plumbing below and make sure it's quality, especially if I'm gonna hold this for 5 or 10 years. Last thing I'm gonna do is spend a lot of money on the surround and then keep a tub to save $100 and have plumbing issues, then I gotta pull it out. So again, spend that money to make money. It will go a long way. Here, I don't like having in these homes with 4 bedrooms to have a little pedestal stink. You want to put a vanity because people need storage. This is not efficient for a rental property. People need the ability to put their toothbrushes, toothpaste, hairbrushes, whatever it may be in here. So these don't work in terms of buy and hold. You want to get a 30-inch basic vanity with drawers and kind of go from there. Same thing, these flat panel doors and different hardware. Put a 6 panel in there. It's not a lot of money. If you look to the left, look at the texture over here. Horrible. I mean, patching, and you could tell they did some plumbing work or whatever it may be before. It's just pretty nasty. Come on into these different colored rooms. Looking sexy. You got nasty baseboards over here. Once again, shitty texture, crazy blue. We got Mr. Mario over here, rocking and rolling. Look at the beard. That's a Corona beard, baby. ¿Cuánto tiempo para hacer este?
9 meses.
9 months to do that beard. I'm gonna grow it. I like it. Looks good. All right. Same thing. Take a look at the handprints in the closet. We'll probably be, we'll probably keep that. That really looks good. I'm joking. That's all coming out, cleaning it all up. Rock and roll. And then here's the best. We got an epoxy floor in the master. This is crazy. There's no doors for all these closet doors. Again, we need to put lighting fixtures. Once again, different texture in this room. You can see it was sprayed. They probably scraped the popcorn in here before, and they started to do a basic texture. And they'd already started to do some plumbing work in here. But this is also a really small shower. So same thing, pedestal sink, not really efficient. I'd like to push this back and have a larger shower. This feels even for me, and I'm once again 6'6", 250 of pure muscle and hustle. This is feeling a little congested for me, so I'll probably need to push that back. Also windows, window coverings, mirrors. I mean, this is taking a full gut remodel. This is not, again, a cosmetic job. This is a full surgery in this house, but I know that going in. I've already run through my list on my Excel when I started doing my analysis and factoring in every single thing this home needs, and then you always anticipate more cushioning. I didn't go in the attic. Do we need insulation? Do I need termite treatments? How's the foundation? The lighting fixtures, texture, casings, baseboards, vanities, tops. Do I need new toilets? All that stuff is factored in there. So I was comfortable on that purchase at $175. Even if I go to $40,000 in this house, I know that I'm gonna be protected. We got landscaping, we got fencing. This thing needs it all. So that's where we're at. Let's go meet with the contractor and figure out the game plan for the kitchen so we can literally be proactive, go on the offensive, start designing this bad boy. Then I always come back a week later, check on the work, pay the boys. Come on through. Okay, para diseñar. ¿Ha visto de dónde está la... ¿Hay espacio aquí por la lavandería o no? Sí. Hay espacio, pero ¿dónde está la plomería? Ahí. So, ¿qué podemos... podemos abrir o no? ¿Ellos construido o es soporte? ¿Tú sabes o no? ¿Es soporte? ¿Puedes correr un beam o qué quieres hacer? Sí. En este no es soporte en aquí, ¿verdad? Puedes abrir todo. Ese no. So puede ser todo. Sería mucho mejor. I mean, hay dos opciones.
Tendría que dejar este pedazo aquí para poder...
No es problema. So puedes... ¿qué largo ocupas un beam? ¿De pared?
Sí.
Hasta ahí. ¿Es cuánto?
De 20.
Okay, so we have a 20-foot basically span right here. We'll have to run a glue lam beam. Glue lam?
No.
Un regular?
Sí. Lo puedo hacer.
Okay, so he can create a beam spanning, ¿cuántos pies? 20, 20? 18? So 18-foot beam so that we can open this up. People like that open floor plan. We got a big, 4-bedroom house. People want to see what's going on. Vamos a practicar por la cocina también. So, and you just saw in 20 seconds, we just decided all this to your right is coming out. This is a support wall in here, so we're gonna run support across. We're gonna open this up, and we're gonna figure out the plumbing in the kitchen right now, which is looking pretty nasty. Let's move the water. Si tenemos unas opciones.
O de ahí lo puedo robar y llevármelo para allá.
Oh.
Yeah.
So puedes correr esta línea al garaje? So es mejor. See, what we were thinking before is maybe putting because originally they had the plumbing and everything here for the laundry room and the water heater. But what he's saying is he can actually just run the plumbing to the garage and we can have the washer dryer in the garage and have just a nicer, larger kitchen, which is nice. You don't really want to have your washer dryer right next to the kitchen. It's pretty dysfunctional. So we just decided, in a way, is hey, we can run that plumbing over here. We're gonna have a nice L-shaped kitchen with an island, the way that we love it, do some nice can lights in here. And then también podemos mover el calentor de agua allí. Tengo uno usado que está bueno de gas, que podemos usar si va a correr eléctrico, no hay problema.
Lo podemos hacer.
So what I'm saying is, and this is important in communication, I have another water heater I pulled out of my other house. It was gas, but I converted that house to electric, so I have that. It's important to know where your inventory is and communicate. I don't need to go spend another $400 or $500 on another water heater if I already have a really good one that came out of a $500,000 home that's a year old. So we're just talking about, do we want to rerun a gas line over there, or do we just want to have electric in there? Because I'm going to have the water heater and the washer dryer in the garage. We have an oversized garage, so I want to make this living space. So that's kind of the game plan. So that's where we're at. We saw that door over there, and that's what this is over here. They put in the insulation, and you can kind of see to the outside here. So what I think is, so este pared va a quedar porque vamos a correr gabinetes aquí a un L con una isla, ¿verdad? Es lo plan. posiblemente lo refri en la esquina o esta esquina está bien. So there it is. So we're on the same page. We think alike. We're hermanos. We are brothers. And then we'll do puro can lights aquí. Ya vamos. Eso es. So now we literally have designed. La otra cosa quiero practicar a ver. So we're going to do puro piso. We're going to do all tile throughout here. We'll do our two-tone paint. We already have our kind of standard designs for the most part. He does a great job of figuring things out, and I give him autonomy to like, this is what we're doing. We run it by each other in 2 minutes and we're rocking. Podemos salvar las puertas franceses, ¿verdad? No? Son malos? Okay. So those doors are shit. We can't save those. We need trims and doors and todo. So the only good thing about this is the previous owner did run new plumbing before, which they disclosed. So we have some advantage. Este duche es chico. Podemos tratar a moverlo más adelante. So what I told you before, my massive size, that this is small. While you're in here spending all this money, let's push it back and maximize the size. Como un 30 aquí, vanity, el otro 36 o 30 igual, ya vamos. Tú sabes todo. ¿Qué piso quieres usar? Vamos a usarlo 12 por 12 por 24 o le gusta lo otro? Okay, so what we're talking about is, hey, if I have a 6 by 24 to install versus a 12 by 24, sorry, a 6 por 24 or 6 por 36. Okay, so I have a 6 by, it's a wood look tile that people love and it looks really good. We can run that, but the install is a little bit more because there's more cuts and pieces versus another one that will also look good. So you have to weigh to yourself, okay, if we have 1,000 square feet, they call an extra 25 cents, what he's saying for the install on that more, it's about $250 more for the house for the installation. Does that have an impact on a $250,000 house to spend an extra $250? That's where a micro decision impacts the macro picture of this property. And I say absolutely, for an extra $250 to have a nicer kind of finish and tile and maybe even put it on, vamos a hacer hacerlo herringbone en los baños y red. So we just made a decision, I'm gonna go with that other tile, which is the 6 by 24, it's a little bit more money, but for an extra $250 an install, and also gives me some flexibility on a herringbone in the bathroom and a nicer finished product that people love. My last homes that I've used that same product and that same finishes and the design have pre-rented and pre-sold. So clearly we're doing something right. We don't need to recreate the wheel. Again, spend money to make money. I don't want to worry about saving $250 because it may not be saving if I go put that house in the market and it sits there because I'm using a simple 12 by 24 tile that's not as sexy or it's not as emotionally, exciting for a tenant or a buyer. So you're going to spend that money. If that home at $250,000 sits on the market for an extra 2 weeks, there goes your $250 in the first week in terms of carrying costs. You need to think about that when you're putting the money in today. What are you saving on the back end or what are you gaining? Do you get a higher price? Do you get it sold or rented faster? Those are the decisions you need to think about, not what you're saving. What are you yielding on the back end? So that investment today is gonna save you money and make you money on the back end. That's what you need to think about. So there you've seen the house. I've taken you through the newest house on Gardenia. We just literally designed it. You were here. You've never been in this property before with my contractor. We've made the decisions. We know the installs. We know the vanities. We know the layout of the kitchen. We know what the beam sizes are, and we're all on the same page. You've seen it. We're here. We're rocking. We're still staying 6 feet away to respect social distancing. We're out here working, we're on the offensive, and that's how we win the games these days. Being proactive, staying on the offensive in terms of football, and making things happen. So we'll show you this bad boy at the end, and probably already getting calls on this to rent it and sell it, and that's what we do, being proactive. Have a great day. Thanks.